Hello YouTube and welcome to Full Dottle, a channel dedicated to tamping topics such as pipes, tobacco, lore, and more. I am your host, the Bearded Briarman, and without further ado, let's get lit. Welcome back everyone, and on this episode of Full Dottle, I'm going to be giving my first impression of Cornell Diehl Blue Ridge. Now this tin was just a little bit damaged on the way to its destination, so I'm hoping that the seal has not been broken and we have a dried out mess. But anyway, this tobacco was actually recommended to me by Cliff Higgins. Anybody who hasn't subscribed to his channel already, you really ought to do so. I'll leave a link down in the bucket so that you can go to his channel directly, see what he has over there. He just got done doing an amazing video about our freedoms and the great nation that we live in. I highly encourage you to check it out. So let's read what Tobacco Reviews says about this blend. Tobacco Reviews says, Blue Ridge Appalachian Trail by Cornell Diehl is a bedrock of stoved red Virginias combined with a hearty helping of black Cavendish, Turkish leaf, and Louisiana Perique for a smoking experience every bit as rich and complex as Old Shenandoah. The contents are black Cavendish, Oriental Turkish, and Perique and Virginia. Cliff, you know how much I love red Virginias, so I'm sure that's why you were recommending this to me. It has a strength in between mild to medium. Flavoring, there is none detective and it is extremely mild. Taste is mild to medium/medium. Room note is pleasant to tolerable. So let's dive in this and see what we get. No, I don't think the seal was compromised. It feels like the moisture is about what you would expect in a Cornell Diehl tin. Most Cornell Diehls I've had, I mean, they surprise me sometimes, but I think the moisture is perfect. So let's see what the tin note is. Oh, I get that really thick cocoa type scent from the Cavendish for sure. You definitely get like the woody and nutty type flavors out of, scents out of this. I get a sweetness from it that's not the black Cavendish, and I'm going to assume that that's coming from the Turkish leaf. It's just got a different type of like an earthy sweetness. Overall, to me, this smells a lot like Cocoa Pebbles. I think that's what they're called. If you remember the cereal Fruity Pebbles, it has a twin sister named Cocoa Pebbles, and that's what I'm getting out of this. Deliciously scented. The bouquet is amazing. All right, so stick around everybody. Let me load this pipe up and I'll come back to you for the light and my first impression. Hold on just a minute. All right, everyone, so we're back. Got my pipe loaded up. As always, I'm going to be doing my review here out of my AKB Meerschaum. This is a Tekken. It is a tomato shape, lattice finish. See it starting to color here on the top of the, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, you can see that, I'm pretty sure. Either that or it's a shadow. Either way, let's get lit. right off the bat, you can tell that the Cavendish is offering that really thick smoke, that very full, creamy smoke. And the Turkish leaf is offering that herbal muskiness that you get from a lot of the Orientals. Turkishes are, the Turkish leaf is just a little more mild, but you still get that muskiness, that herbalness from them. There's just a hint of the spice from the perique. I'm not getting a lot from it. But it's there. The Red Virginias in this and the perique are both offering a little bit of that stewed fruit. A lot of times it takes quite a bit of perique for me to be able to distinguish the fruitiness from a perique, those dark stewed fruits. You get a really deep plum out of like the Bayou Morning Flake or the Bayou Morning itself or the Bayou Night has a lot of that deep stewed fruit because the perique is so expressive. In this, however, the perique is offering itself as that stewed fruit and a little spiciness, but it's not coming off very powerful at all. So I'm curious how much perique is used in this. I may contact Jeremy Reeves to see if he can let me know exactly the proportion of perique in here. But at any rate, you can get the deeper stewed fruits from it. You get that pastry, bready sweetness from the Red Virginias, and you're also getting a little bit of that tang. Man, there's something. Those Red Virginias have are leaving just a little bit of a tang on the tongue, like an aftertaste. Very pleasant, like an acidic tang being left on my tongue. I don't catch a lot of sweetness from the Cavendish. You get that creamy, mellow type smoke from it, but it doesn't increase in that brown sugary sweetness. It's a very good smoke so far. Cliff, no wonder you told me I ought to try this. Let me smoke it down to the halfway point of the bowl, and I will let you know what my final thought is on my first impression here. Stick around, everybody. All right, everyone, so I smoked the bowl down to the halfway point, and I let it set for 10 minutes. The pipe has cooled. And so now let's relight it and see what we find. The Cavendish seems to have increased in sweetness a little bit now. and it's still offering that thick, creamy, rich smoke. And you can just barely catch some of that brown sugar type sweetness from it. It's very faint, but the Cavendish is well done in this. And just slight notes of chocolatiness from the Cavendish in this. The Turkish leaf and the red Virginias in this play so nice together. It's very, very pleasing to find a blend that offers this type of complexity, because this blend actually this might be one of the more complex blends that I have reviewed recently. The Turkish gives you a little floralness. It gives you that earthy, herbal mustiness. And the red Virginias with the malted grain, that darker stewed fruit, the rye berry type flavors create a new level of complexity in this. Okay, so it's not as if they create a new layer necessarily, but they're holding hands and they're just acting together. They play together wonderfully here. And the Perique offers a perfect amount of spice, and it's presenting with a lot more of that deeper stewed fruit and plum, like the darker fruit that you would normally find in a really high concentration of Perique, but it's actually presenting in this very well. Oh yeah, this is an excellent blend. It's unusual on tobaccoreviews.com. It considers it a Virginia-based rather than a vapor. I don't know why. And like I've said before, I go by what Tobacco Reviews says as far as categorizing my tobaccos. And the only reason I really do that is because when it all comes down in the end, you're going to have to make a decision on how you're going to base, your classification. For me, instead of trying to go through all of the other ones, I just chose Tobacco Reviews to use them to categorize my tobaccos. So I go by what they say, and they don't categorize this as a vapor. At any rate, this is an excellent, excellent smoke. I really enjoy it. For me, the Turkish leaf and the red Virginias are your star players here. They are working very well together. They're hand in hand, and they create an interplay of flavors that is a delight. The Perique offers just enough of that spiciness to keep you interested. For me, it's not overpowering. Some more sensitive smokers might find it a little on the high end of the spectrum, but I enjoy it. And the Black Cavendish is smoothing the rougher tones out, rounding it out, giving you that very thick, rich smoke, adding a little bit of creaminess, a little sweetness, and it's giving you just undertones of chocolatey, a chocolate flavor to it. Just a wonderful smoke. I think this is going to do very well in the full review. To me, this could easily become a staple in my rotation. The red Virginias in this offer that pastry sweetness, but it's not. It's good. It's like a croissant type sweetness out of it, or a crescent roll, as we say. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, is a crescent roll and a croissant the same thing? Croissant is just how the French pronounce it, whereas crescent roll is just what we Americans, that's the anglicized, if you will, word for it. Anyway, let me know. We're running dead here, so. Excellent smoke. Cliff, thank you for the recommendation. This is an amazing blend. So I've got a lot of changes for the channel. I just bought a teleprompter. I know that's crazy, but I was tired of trying to memorize scripts. I was starting to see that my videos were suffering from my lack of concentration on memorizing them, so I bought a small teleprompter. It wasn't one of those thousands of dollars teleprompters or anything like that, but hopefully it will improve my ability to bring you more lore videos, because I will be able to script them and I won't have to be reading off of something. It'll be right in front of me. Hopefully it'll improve the channel. I'll leave a picture right there of what my, here you go, of what my cellar looks like right now. I'm starting to look like a tobacco store. I am backed up forever on tobaccos that I need to review. So I've got a lot in store for the channel, everybody. Hope you enjoy them. And I know I'm going to enjoy doing them. So anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Full Dottle. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And until the next time we see each other, I bid you farewell and happy piping. Bye, everyone. Hey, don't forget to enlist in the Full Dottle platoon. It's easy. Just click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as I upload the next episode.